Hi everybody, Corrie Thorne, the spiritual healer, coming in to do my last of my channel messages. I'm down to the last two. My last three were actually water signs, and then I had one to do before that, Taurus, but the last three were water signs, and that's, like I said, in Cancer, that's usually my one of my first to get done. So this is for those born under the sign of the Scorpio energy, or you have Scorpio within your chart. Please remember, if you're cross watching and it feels like this message is for you, then you were here for a reason and something is resonating with you. Take it as a message. Also remember that it doesn't replace any medical, psychological advice you've been given. You have to trust that you have your own free will and to use it wisely, and that you're given your own mind and own heart, and that you get to be the captain of your ship. You get to decide for you. So Scorpio, I am going into the energy of some of our choices to decide for December, and it's like we're coming down to the end of a year, and I feel as if there's um, a pivotal turning point in the energy of Scorpio, and that sense of sometimes we got to dive a little bit deeper and dig in a little bit harder to get to the final piece of the circle, to get there, to get to that final point. Is like that last quarter in a race is the hardest. That last coming in a free 360 of returning to zero, that's the hardest part. And there's this point in life where we settle for where we are, and we take the comfort so that we don't have to push ourselves into a sense of pushing ourselves beyond what is comfortable to kind of complicate our lives. We don't want to take risk. We don't want to be the one to be the risk taker and risk it all and have a chance of having nothing. But sometimes when we risk it all, we don't end up with nothing. We end up with everything that our hearts and our souls could truly desire. And I feel like there's a sense that for some of you, you've been playing off a little bit of a youthful energy, like still trying to be that whole sense of, as a child, you didn't get to be the sweet, the cute, the lovable, the popular, that type of thing. And I feel like for some of you, that energy is so active and alive in you right now that you're still seeking and searching for that kind of validation, that kind of acceptance somewhere. And I'm like, I don't think that's the area where you should be putting your focus right now. I think that's the area of healing you should be putting your focus. And I just keep seeing like beauty for you. It is beauty. And I've got diving for light here, and um, the beautiful seahorses. And if you really look at seahorses and how they stay together and they work together, and the male actually carries the babies, and once the deed is done, and the dad carries the children, and the dad carries the weight. And I feel as if there's just a sense that the healthy, sometimes some of the impact upon your life where you think you may have been seeking and searching attention may have been from the feminine that wasn't always available, or that it was in the feminine but it's through masculine is where you keep seeking and searching to find your beauty and your place to belong, and it's not always your place. I feel as if I just have to sense, and I'm going to the medicine of this beautiful book. These cards are by Alana Fairchild, and the illustrations are by an amazing Autumn Sky Morrison, whose work is incredible. And so, what I'm getting with this cards and with this deck is the sense that I'm trying to find the medicine with this, because it's something in the beginning that really, how brave are you? And because it's not my card, not my words, not my, I'm a channel, so I channel messages and I use the pictures as a validation. So I just want to read from, which you'll never rarely see me do, but this book has such beautiful magic. How brave are you? Are you diving for light? It can be so much simpler to seek light in the heavenly, in that which is blissful, sweet, loving, and kind. To look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only rebellious and brave hearts will attempt. You may not feel that you have taken such a journey by choice. Yet you have taken this wise challenge on from deep within your soul. Your innermost being has evoked this situation in your life with the intention that will grow power, wisdom, and creativity and creative juice. It is also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live in the zest and the courage. The oracle of divine light speaks of a time when you are called into darkness through life circumstances, situations, and relationship challenges or inner struggles that defy clear understanding. And so this takes me back to the whole sense of everything that we're still trying to accomplish. And I go back to beauty and I keep wanting to touch your face, touch your skin. So I don't know if this is something of judgment that came through or that you are still seeking. What is wrong with being just sweet? What is wrong with being kind? What is wrong with that? It's like there's a sense that oozing, like seeking to ooze something more, but it's like you have to be willing to risk it all sometimes. And I feel like you want to take the safe road. You tend to go more to the safety and play a little bit of sometimes a little bit of a victim role here to a story or to a circumstance of the past. And it's like you have proven yourself more than once to be, honorable enough within your own trust and trusting your spirit self to know that you can make some of the toughest decisions and can rise above them, but also to know that in those is when you actually start to discover some of your your beauty, your essence. But there's a defining factor here that's playing out that we really want some of my Scorpio energy to look at is that where are you laying all of your cards and where are you laying all of your energy right now? Waiting, waiting, waiting. And so you're being told that sometimes we got to take a leap. And back to the little seahorse thing is that sometimes those, it takes us being able to work together. And sometimes you got to work together with yourself and your soul self, that whole soul essence of you. I'm just all of a sudden got really freaking itchy. I feel like you got a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety for some of the Scorpio energy right now. And I feel like this world's energy is stressing you out because you don't like change and you don't like to be thrown off. And it's like, and when the world bites, you bite back. It's like you get defensive, you get rebellious in a way of unhealthy. And I just feel like some of this energy is telling me, like, calm the fuck down, settle down. I'm like, it's all of a sudden, it's like you're itching, you're reaching, like you're so determined to reach for something that if you allow it to the flow of life to come in now, if you allow yourself to push yourself a little bit further, I feel as if there's an essence of something coming in for you that may actually surprise you, that may actually catch you a little bit off of guard. And so as I'm Googling while I'm looking for seahorses, um, I sometimes have to look these up because I don't remember all the spiritual meanings behind my spirit animals. Um, hold on. So one of my favorite sites for going to look up sea animals, or sea animals, spirit animals is whatismyspiritanimal.com. That site is one of my favorites for going to look up anything that I'm looking for. And so the seahorse, when a seahorse swims as your spirit animal, new partnership is on the way. Seahorse as a totem animal is for those souls who can see all sides of a situation. Call in seahorse as your power animal when you need safe guidance through rough emotional waters. Are you feeling too small to successfully navigate through choppy waters of life? Does someone you know need dad of the year energy right now? Can you see all sides of a situation? Seahorse has a spirit, totem, and power animal. Oh, seahorse. That says Corrie read on. And it's in touch with our masculine divine. And so, really, truly being able to get back in love. And it's also truly about what a real, true love story is. And how I feel as if for you, for what I'm picking up through Scorpio, is the fact that there is this beautiful partnership, but getting in alignment to the divine masculine is very important right now. And that need to be, I feel like that's where I feel like that's where your healthy is. And I feel as if, but you're always seeking for the approval in the feminine, whatever that comes from. You're always trying to be enough in the feminine world. And it's like, but your masculine is where that safety set. And so you've neglected some of the masculine side of you, some of the own abilities that you have in your own relationship with yourself to care for, to take care of. You're not a damsel in distress. You're not, so if you're a masculine, if you're a male energy, and you've been really on your feminine side and you're allowing yourself to be controlled and to be dictated, it's like you got to step up into this energy and know that you have your own voice, your own power, your own conviction. And you have to trust that even in some of the most emotional unstable times, is that we can find the courage and the strength to do what is right for us. And so you're being told that, I feel like you're being told there's a lot of challenges around you right now. I feel like it's like that sense of having to dive a little bit deeper, having to know that stop seeking and searching through still trying to repair something of self from childhood that keeps you from fully stepping up into your power because it's holding you back. And it's the one thing that in a relationship, somebody who has a strong sense of knowing that they can control knows how to play on that. They can say all the right things, they can give you all the right messages, they can, because they, it's so obvious. You wear it on your sleeve, you wear it on your skin of what is actually lacking and missing from your life based on what you're feeling and sensing from the past. It's not true. It is not true. And so it's knowing that, it's like we're juggling that whole sense of, it's, yes, there's two sides of the story. Yes, you can see somebody else's side. Yes, you can see all this, but it's like, it's, what do I do? Do I spend my time alone, or do I stay in something unhealthy? Where do I go? What do I do? Well, no, you got to choose you. And so you got to think outside of the material world, and you got to think, what is it that I truly want in my life? What is it that I'm truly seeking? And when am I going to truly allow myself to know what real happiness and joy is without resistance? Because there's some resistance that you need to really start to let go of in December for Scorpio, that is keeping you held captive to the past, that's holding you hostage. And it's just a sense of like, you're over attached to the material world. Put it that way. You're using the material world to define all of your happiness and all of your joy. You're being you're being asked to allow the God consciousness, to allow the holy realm, to allow the ascendant masters, to allow the divine essence of the beautiful light to be your inspiration, to inspire you. And like the bumblebees that defy all odds, they might be too fat to fly, but those little wings can make them fly. Is that you can defy all the odds of all of the stories that you have told yourself and all of the self prophecy that you have given yourself in the negative way. It's like you do one positive and 10 negatives. There's a bit of a, a tendency to go towards the complaining, which serves you well to a certain degree, but it gets old. And so, in that sense of knowing beauty, beauty is an inside job, and that it's not so much the outside job, and your world and your body and your mind and your soul is totally out of alignment, Scorpio, for some of you. And or there's pieces of you that are out of alignment and you're not willing to let go. You're still resisting so that you can allow the storm to fully happen. And you have to let the storm happen. You have to let this all fall apart so that you can see when the storm is done. Or if you get high enough above the storm, that you can look in, that through this beautiful process, life is aligning something so magical and beautiful for you. And after the storm, it is dropping in. And after the storm, and we just had the sun go into Sagittarius, which is masculine. So there's a lot of masculine energy around you, a lot of masculine stories around you, a lot of masculine outside masculine control or energy around you, and also allowing the sense of you're being told to use your own masculine, that you don't need that masculine on the outside. Trust your own, trust your own messages, and just know that after the storm drops in something beautiful. And I feel like you're going to have to ride through a massive storm. I feel like there's a big storm coming in order to get what you want, in order or get your needs met, in order for you to actually fully let go. There is a sense of weak, uh, stepping into our weakness, some humility, humiliation moments that actually can be our most defining moments, as you'll have to endure a storm to let in the light that is coming. But with this, I feel like for those in the Scorpio is a shift, a change, and there's optimism and there's beauty, but you will not be the same person. You will not be the same person on the other side of this at all. You will find a sense of balance. You will find a sense of being like kind of able to move beyond the lies and the bullshit of life. And here's being honest with yourself, and a tall tale, and it's the Pinocchio story. And this is the victim story. This is the lies we tell ourselves to convince ourselves of something. And you get caught, and that we often get caught in telling somebody else's story as our story, because we start to believe it to be true. You have some Pinocchio energy around you, and this is about being able to push that and push through that energy. And great and full is that if you want to accomplish this life, you have to become you. If you want to feel accomplished, if you want to feel complete, if you want to finally know happiness, you got to stop trying to live in the beauty of others and trying to live in the life of others, and start to finally allow yourself to be that warrior, to be that voice, to be your true self. And in that state, in that place, you truly do find what happiness really is. Riding through this, I'm telling you, you are guided and protected to get through this moment, but you have to ride this so that 2021 can start to bring you in a new, healthier life. Much love to you all, and have a beautiful December. I know it's some challenges in here, but many blessings. Much love. Bye bye.